And welcome back to The Witness. In the last episode we started going through the puzzles of this colorful swamp, but found ourselves unable to continue as we couldn't move a platform which needed power from the other side. Instead we decided to go exploring. And we found a couple of audio logs as we did. We're currently, as it seems, we are on our way up to the top of this lone mountain slash hill, or whatever you'd call it. Oh, this is a statue. Yeah, so we were starting on the part back here, but needed to move, I think, these three, and that really didn't work. And from the boat we could access everything here, but beyond this we couldn't. So we've done the keep, we've done the monastery, we've done the... there's a lot of areas here. Could there be an audio log hidden somewhere here? Possibly. I like this game. It's strange in its... Oh, hello! Ooh. Oh, ooh. Ah, a dual puzzle. It's been a while since we had one of these. Oh. No, that's not good. Because it needs to... Why wasn't that correct? Wait, does it need to take both of these? Oh, why does it stop? What? 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 There are invisible walls all over this one. Oh, weird. What if it was this one that went this way? And then through here, up here, closing this one off. Oh. There's something else more that needs to be done with that before we can do anything about it, I think. Alright. Well, what I was saying is that I'm really enjoying this game. It's simple, but it is still challenging. And its focus is purely on the puzzles, which I like. Had it been that you had to do these on time or while fleeing from some kind of monster, I don't think this would be quite as fun. But as it is, with its focus being 100% on clearing the puzzles, well, finding the puzzles is another part, but that's not really difficult. Okay, let's listen to this one. Oh.
Up there, you go around every hour and a half, time after time after time. You wake up usually in the mornings, and just the way that the track of your orbits go, you wake up over the Mideast, over North Africa. As you eat breakfast, you look out the window as you're going past, and there's the Mediterranean area, and Greece, and Rome, and North Africa, and the Sinai, the whole area. And you realize that in one glance, that what you're seeing is what was the whole history of man for years, the cradle of civilization. And you go around down across North Africa and out over the Indian Ocean and look up at that great subcontinent of India pointed down toward you as you go past it. And Ceylon off to the side, Burma, Southeast Asia, out over the Philippines, and up across that monstrous Pacific Ocean. Vast body of water. You've never realized how big that is before. And you finally come up across the coast of California and look for those friendly things. Los Angeles and Phoenix and on across El Paso. And there's Houston. There's home. And you look, and sure enough, there's the Astrodome. And you identify with that, you know? It's an attachment. And down across New Orleans, and then looking down to the south, and there's the whole peninsula of Florida laid out. And all the hundreds of hours you spent flying across that route, down in the atmosphere, all that is friendly again. And you go out across the Atlantic Ocean and back across Africa. And you do it again, and again, and again. And that identity, that you identify with Houston, and then you identify with Los Angeles, and Phoenix, and New Orleans, and everything. And the next thing you recognize in yourself is you're identifying with North Africa. You look forward to that. You anticipate it. And there it is. That whole process begins to shift of what it is you identify with. When you go around it in an hour and a half, you begin to recognize that your identity is with that whole thing. And that makes a change. You look down there, and you can't imagine how many borders and boundaries you crossed again and again and again. And you don't even see them. At that wake-up scene, the Mideast, you know there are hundreds of people killing each other over some imaginary line that you can't see. From where you see it, the thing is a whole, and it's so beautiful. And you wish you could take one from each side in hand and say, look at it from this perspective. Look at that. What's important? And so a little later on, your friend, again those same neighbors, another astronaut, the person next to you goes out to the moon. And now he looks back and sees the Earth not as something big where he can see the beautiful details, but he sees the Earth as a small thing out there. And now that contrast between that bright blue and white Christmas tree ornament and that black sky, that infinite universe, really comes through. The size of it, the significance of it, it becomes both things. It becomes so small and so fragile, and such a precious little spot in that universe that you can block it out with your thumb. And you realize that on that small spot, that little blue and white thing is everything that means anything to you. All of history and music and poetry and art and war and death and birth and love, tears, joy, games, all of it is on that little spot out there that you can cover with your thumb. And you realize that that perspective, that you've changed, that there's something new there. That relationship is no longer what it was. And then you look back on the time when you were outside on that EVA and those few moments that you had the time because the camera malfunctioned, that you had the time to think about what was happening. And you recall staring out there at the spectacle that went before your eyes. Because now, you're no longer inside something with a window looking out at a picture. But now you're out there. And what you've got around your head is a goldfish bowl, and there are no limits here. There are no frames. There are no boundaries. You're really out there, over it, floating, going 25,000 miles per hour, ripping through space, a vacuum, and there's not a sound. There's a silence, the depth of which you've never experienced before. And that silence contrasts so markedly with the scenery and the speed with which you know you're going. That contrast, the mix of those two things, really comes through. And you think about what you're experiencing and why. Do you deserve this? This fantastic experience? Have you earned this in some way? Are you separated out to be touched by God, to have some special experience here that other men cannot have? You know the answer to that is no. There's nothing that you've done that deserves that, that earned that. It's not a special thing for you. You know very well at that moment, and it comes through to you so powerfully, that you're the sensing element for man. You look down and see the surface of that globe that you've lived on all this time, and you know all those people down there. They are like you. They are you. And somehow you represent them when you are up there. A sensing element. That point out on the end. And that's a humbling feeling. It's a feeling that says you have a responsibility. It's not for yourself. The eye that doesn't see does not do justice to the body. That's why it's there. That's why you're out there. And somehow you recognize that you're a piece of this total life. You're out on that forefront and you have to bring that back somehow. And that becomes a rather special responsibility. It tells you something about your relationship with this thing we call life. And when you come back, there's a difference in that world now. There's a difference in that relationship between you and that planet, and you and all those other forms of life on that planet, because you've had that kind of experience. It's a difference, and it's so precious. And all through this, I've used the word you because it's not me. It's not Dave Scott. It's not Dick Gordon, Pete Conrad, John Glenn. It's you. It's us. It's we. It's life. It's had that experience. And it's not just my problem to integrate. It's not my challenge to integrate, my joy to integrate. It's yours. It's everybody's. Russell Schweikart, 1975.
Well, that was a long one. Not that I mind, but I expected it to be a little shorter. Oh! Oh! Hello! Oh, broken wire. Looks like a burnt connection. But this does not look solvable. Probably needs some external power source. Oh well, we discovered a little secret, so suppose that is good. Right. This combines Tetris blocks and black and white boxes. The problem is... Wait a minute. Wouldn't this actually be true? Oh. Anyway, we've now learned, back when we were attending the treehouse near the swamp, how to deal with... Oh, that seems important somehow. That's a relatively dark sound. We have learned how to manage the puzzle here on the church. Hopefully. Let's see. If we go like this... Hold on. Wasn't there something like these? So this isn't good because then I can't separate red and magenta. If I go here, then I can separate blue and red. If I go here, then I can't separate the white and the red. What about like this? This feels wrong. But wasn't there something like that blue and black were the same and red and magenta were the same, which means that we'll go like this. Oh, but then red and white are still together. Get back here. So then like, then... Okay, maybe we don't have a solution to that. Oh, I believe I have some unfinished business over there. That's, I don't think I've been across this bridge. Maybe I have. Yes, I have, because that's the keep. And that's the road, the path leading up to the mountain. Okay. But what about this autumn forest? It looks like there's a path here, but I don't see any puzzles yet. Oh, well. There's definitely... Actually, isn't that a laser? So how do I unlock... Ah, does look like there's something here. Oh. I think I see what to do. I have to make a circle. Like so. Oh. Oh, it's another of these. Damn it. Well, that's nice, but I don't think it unlocks anything. I think it's more for the sake of getting a 100% clear rating. Alright. Well, yes, this was blocked by Tetris blocks. So the rule for Tetris blocks is the Tetris block needs to be walled within in the correct shape. However, actually, hold on. So, if I were to go out like this, then we'd have the right form. But that would mean that we cannot get the other form keeping the marker inside the container. But we have to go here, don't we? Yeah, because the icon itself needs to be inside the container. Let's see. So if we were to do it backwards, that would be here and here and here. That could work. That could work. So that's this one here, and then goes here. But see, here is the shapes in their purest form. But what if we go up? No. Confusing. Also, this place looks very big in terms of... Oh, that's a lot of shipping containers over there. Maybe that would be worth looking at for the rest of this episode. So that is more of a puzzle solved towards for a 100% clear rate. Now here are puzzles, but this one isn't powered on. Okay, then let's find one that is. It's not here. Maybe closer to the castle or keep, or let's see. There's one here as well. What? Those are not on either. Huh. That is unlockable from the other side, but I haven't had access to that part of the keep. At least I don't think so. These are not on right now. I suppose I could have done it easier by... Oh! Could that be a puzzle? Yeah, it could be. Following the wire is actually always a liable solution, because sometimes, as this, there will be bushels in the way and you can't see a thing ahead of you. Not powered on. Ooh, it looks like something here. Okay. Ah! Oh, and there is one. Oh, and it's a staircase. Ah! So... Oh, I think this is the one where you have to dodge the shadows. This one seems fairly easy. Well, that was correct. Okay. So here, with these ones with the shadows, angle and distance to the puzzle is everything. Go too close, you can't see the right pattern. Go a step at the wrong angle, you can't see the right pattern. You get the point. I think I might need a different angle on this one. How about... That does not seem to help, actually. And I bet that these are the some of the kind that... would also turn off if done wrong. Oh, but this seems to be powering two things. Maybe this gate or something? This gate and then this screen. And then this screen that powers this blockade. Okay. But... What did I just... Oh, I walked around it. Oh, the door closes after you enter. Well, that wasn't really what I... Ah! And it blocks out the sun. I see. Alright. Nope, then I... Okay, let's see. Oh, nope. You can even hear it counting down. That was wrong. Okay. Then we'll just rush on down, because I think that the angle and distance here made it difficult. Oh, would you kindly activate when I'm activating you? There you go. Ah! Get out of the way, tree and bush. Ah! Okay. Down, up and around, up. Ah! Oh well, I know what to do now. So, whoop. So that should... Yes! That brings that one down and enables that one over there. Now I don't think there is any puzzles down here. At least not from what I have seen. Can we just... No, we can't go into the water. Oh, there's a wire here. Where dost thou lead? I may have called that a church before, but looking at it now, it looks more like a factory. What with all the corrugated iron and such. This is not powered on yet. That one is, though. Well, maybe this one allows us to... So here we can summon the boat, but we cannot... Let's try and see what happens. We shouldn't be able to get into the boat. Oh! Ah! So you needed to activate this one first. Does the boat come around, or does the boat... The boat comes up. I had expected the boat to come around, but... Okay, so that was why you couldn't enter this place. You remember that we tried to enter this place from here with the boat, but failed because the ladder wouldn't come down when we tried to embark here. Set of rails. This will probably be important for this puzzle, I think. Alright. So this is the area. Oh, you know that's part of a puzzle. Why is there a... never mind. Okay. Well, we got one with blockers. Oh. Nope. Yep. So far so good, but is this a dual one? It is not. Ooh, maybe that one is wrong because there isn't a white there. Or maybe that is the exact right thing to do. Let's see. So, and so. Then I wouldn't be able to... No. How would one go about doing that? Unless I can use both of them. But I would almost always be cutting myself off. I think I'm gonna have to use more time to think about that one. Oh. I bet there's a puzzle panel becoming activated there. Oh. Is that a furnace? Some sort, yes. Well, that had given us access to the area where we were before locked out of. Oh, this would be a prime place for an audio recording. One for the road before we end this episode. Oh. Is this a quarry? I mean, a modern quarry would require a certain amount of factory settings to function. Well, I think it might be a quarry, and this is sort of like a shipping yard for the stone. Okay. So, what exactly... well, I think we'll just ignore the bars here. Because otherwise it would be impossible to finish. So like this. That was correct. Alright, so we know what to do with this one then. Yes. So down here, up, down. Hooray! That seems pretty heavy. Imagine setting up all these corrugated iron barriers. Take a while. Okay, now what is the deal here? What is making that shadow? Oh. The tree up there. Weird branch, but again, it's fairly simple. At least I think so. Down here, up here, around here, all the way down, and around, and over, and up. Ho-ho! And this will be the last one for this episode. Yeah, I think I got it. So in the next episode, we will continue with oh, that was wrong. Ooh. What is it then? Is it like, nope, come back. I said, come back. No, that doesn't feel right. What? Oh, because I can't go through that one. Wait. Oh my god. That one pulls a fast one on me. Alright, in the next episode we shall continue with this strange autumny forest and the puzzles that it contains. But until then, take care.